Willkommen zurück zu einer neuen Folge von Noire. So, ich habe mal gesehen, der letzte Speicherpunkt war nämlich noch ein bisschen davor. Dann versuche ich das da einfach nochmal. Vielleicht geht's jetzt ja besser.
Pressure regulator from a Model 70. Let me take a look. We have a problem. This has been tampered with.
What?
You see this diaphragm? It forms a seal across the saddle here. Gas flows across from here to here. The diaphragm regulates flow. It's been reversed. It's a subtle change, but it means the gas never closes off properly.
Gut, dann fangen wir nochmal oben an.
So you're telling me that this is not a manufacturing fault or service repair?
I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with the design.
Das können wir anzweifeln.
You're telling me that you've never had any problems with this heater?
Look, we've changed the design since the Model 70.
These things are still being installed?
It's the demand. None of us could keep up with the amount of housing going up. At the budget end, we're still using some of the old stock. We are installing 100 heaters a week. They're not all faulty.
They're not all safe either.
Are these diaphragms prone to failure?
They tend to go after a while. The rubber lasts quite a few years and then it perishes.
So the guys' names that I've been seeing doing the repairs on the heaters, they're fully licensed and accredited.
Sure, of course they are.
Na, ich glaube ja nicht.
I think you're lying, Rasik. I think some of your men aren't fully licensed. You're desperate to cover your sales.
And how are you going to prove that, Detective? Name me one of my guys who would have overlooked a fault like this.
Genau, hier der war das, dieser Boiler.
What about Reginald Barley?
You know about Varley. He's on the run for a divorce interstate. It's not so bad.
You in the habit of hiring criminals, Rasik?
I need guys, Detective. This boom is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I want you to get me a copy of the list of your installers.
Okay, I'll get it for you. There, around a dozen of them. Housing business is going crazy at the moment.
Na gut, wie gesagt, dann rufen wir jetzt nochmal schnell an.
This is a long shot. We are not going to rouse that whole list.
I want to run it by R&I, cross-reference for arsonists. See if any of these guys have any previous. Sir, I need to use your phone.
Go right ahead.
So, kurz angerufen.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
You kidding? I could save
Phelps,
all year and never
1247.
afford that.
How could I help, Detective?
I need to know if any of the following names have a previous criminal history.
Okay, Detective, run the names.
Acevedo Ernesto, Clemens Walter, Elgram John, Gable Leroy, Kelligrew Peter, Cutner Robert, Limehouse Albert, Manning Franklin, Neves Raymond, O'Brien Thomas, Ryan Matthew, Spurgeon William, Varley Reginald, Zurich Stephen.
Clemens Walter, previous conviction for arson and malicious damage. Burned down a house in Westwood in 1942. 4-year jail term.
Thanks.
Ryan Matthew, charged for contempt of court, attempted murder, plea bargain down to assault charge.
Anyone else?
There is a Reginald Varley wanted for murder by Detroit Police Department.
Thanks. You've been a big help, young lady.
You think talk is
Your
cheap,
employment
try
roster
hiring
is
a
quite the
lawyer.
rogues gallery, Mr. Rasik. Desperate times indeed. Do you have an address for Clemens?
He's working on an apartment building on Catalina and 3rd.
What about Ryan?
Currently working at a housing development on Normandy and 1st Street.
Varley, where is he?
Beverly and Mariposa currently working on a new housing development. Hey, Varley's a good guy. You can't harass all my people.
These guys have lockers.
Yes, they do, but my men have a right to some privacy. Don't you need a warrant or something?
Show him and keep quiet.
Okay, dann nochmal das mit den...
Here. Happy now?
Ja, mit den
Stick around,
Spinden.
Mr. Rasick.
So, da brauchen wir jetzt ja auch nicht mehr reingucken. Wird, glaube ich, jetzt schon als Beweis anerkannt, wenn mich nicht alles täuscht. Ja.
Clemens is a fellow traveler.
Nummer 2.
Some light reading on the merciless capitalist machine.
So, und Nummer 3.
Our company went through thousands of these in the war. Still got eaten alive.
Gut, das kennen wir ja auch schon.
Problem with bugs.
You know that a mosquito coil takes an hour to burn down, Rasick?
No, I didn't know that.
It's the favorite choice of ignition by arsonists. Gives them time to get away.
You're crazy. He probably lives near the canals in Venice. Mind if I leave you to it? I got work waiting.
Okay, da haben wir das jetzt doch mal zur
3
Zufriedenheit.
birds. Clemens, Ryan, Varley. Where to, Phelps?
Zu unserer Zufriedenheit und auch Zufriedenheit vom Chef abgeregelt. Gut, dann fahren wir, glaube ich, zuerst mal zu Clemens.
You're behind the wheel.
Fangen wir oben an. Dumm. So, endlich mal was Neues in dieser Folge. Aber ich bin ganz froh, dass wir es nochmal anständig hingekriegt haben. Müssen ja nicht unseren ersten Fall die direkt wieder verhauen. Nach der... Ja, nach der Abstrafung.
Biggs, LAPD. We want some answers and we want them quick.
Okay. What's this all about? Just tell me what you want.
Okay, fangen wir direkt mal am Anfang an oben.
You know Reginald Varley?
No? Can't say I do.
Ich glaube, das können wir anzweifeln.
Detroit PD is after Reginald Varley for murder. You want us to run you in for aiding and abetting Clemens?
Whoa. All I know about Varley is he gets kickbacks from some developer. Does their work first. Spreads it around if he can.
Okay.
You're licensed and work for InstaHeat?
I contract for them. So what?
Ich glaube, das zweifeln wir, oder beziehungsweise könnten wir mal hinterfragen.
You like fires, don't you, Clemens? You serviced the house on Kenmore Avenue. You manipulated the regulator valve.
I don't remember even working a job on Kenmore Avenue, much less sabotaging the place. What proof have you got?
Die Polizeiakte.
I do a day's work for a day's wage. That's what I do. You got a problem with that?
Okay.
Do you know Matthew Ryan?
No. Don't know the name.
His locker is right next to yours. Give it up.
Okay, so I know Ryan.
Clemens, for someone with your record, I would expect a little more cooperation.
Wieso ist denn das jetzt so schief gelaufen? Ich dachte, das wären die Antworten, die man braucht. Zumindest hatte ich so eine Erinnerung. Tja.
You drive.
Wird's wohl doch ein ziemlich beschissener erster Fall hier.
Farley's on the run. He might be packing heat. If he's wanted for murder, I say we take the doubt out of the equation and let him have it.
You nervous?
It's been a while.
You were in combat.
In 1917. You know, I never fired my weapon in the line of duty.
That's nothing to be ashamed of. I hope your piece is still serviceable, Herschel.
I may be old and out of practice, but I'm still a Marine, Phelps.
It would be better for our case if we could bring him in, Herschel. LAPD, Varley! Stop or I'll shoot!
Ach je, dann verfolgen wir ihn mal wieder.
Come on, Varley! You can't keep running forever!
Kriegen wir ihn so?
Stop or I will shoot!
Ja, das ging noch gut und schnell.
Why did you run from us, Varley?
I'm gonna take a wild guess that you're the same Reginald Varley the Detroit police have an outstanding warrant on. How am I doing so far?
I need a lawyer before I talk to any of you.
Reginald Varley, you're under arrest for committing a series of arsons. You're also under arrest for murder. Detroit PD will be putting in a request for your extradition. Until then, your distance.
Arson? You can't hang that rap on me.
Be quiet. Be thankful we don't shoot you.
Are all the cops in this town crazy?
Take him away, officer.
Okay.
You can drive.
Oh, das haben wir noch nicht gemacht.
Where are we
Okay.
headed?
Dann mal weiter.
Are you Matthew Ryan?
Who's asking?
Detective Phelps and Biggs, arson squad.
Arson?
You heard the man.
Let's just put this stuff in the car and I'll be right with you.
Hold it, Ryan. I said,
Son of a bitch.
Okay. Ballerst du?
those are GI backyards he's crashing through.
The damage is only cosmetic.
He's a one-man wrecking ball.
Move it! I'll take out the van.
Weg. Oh, das wird echt eine beschissene Wertung hier werden. Mann, 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 Mann.
He's going to kill those men.
They'll get out of the way.
Only if they hear him coming.
Close in, Phelps. We need to take Ryan down before he hurts somebody. It's no good. We need to get closer.
Und baller mal.
Lay into his wheel well. Come on. I'll go for the tires. That ought to slow the son of a bitch down.
He's
Ja,
got an
einen haben wir schon mal.
assault charge and he's running.
Running don't mean nothing. We gotta get this guy in a room before we can get an angle on him.
This man has got to be stopped.
Smash the son of a bitch's rear wheels.
So, das wär's dann. Boah, ist der richtig mies gelaufen, der Fall hier. Meine Güte.
LAPD! Why did you run, Ryan?
I was scared.
You got a reason to be scared, Ryan?
Matthew Ryan, I'm arresting you on suspicion of committing a series of arsons.
We have 3 suspects. As much as I'd like it to be Chapman, I think it's one of the other 2 guys. Let's get to the station.
You know
and
the way.
close this
You can
case.
drive.
Na dann mal ab dafür.
Those Vice boys get any on the side?
Dumm. So.
I have 2 suspects.
Phelps, you got nothing. Biggs, Ryan's waiting for you in interview 1. Farley's in 2.
Hey, Hopkins, you practicing your asshole routine again? Come on, Phelps.
So.
Are we going to the Mocambo this Friday?
Ach komm, fangen wir mal. Patrol Room, Interview Room 1. Fangen wir mit dem mal an.
Save yourself some time and get this thing off your chest.
If that's your opening gambit, you better try again.
Na dann, Ryan. Fangen wir mal oben an.
You know how to reverse a diaphragm in the regulator valve of a Model 70 heater?
No, I don't.
Das dürfte eine Lüge sein.
If you know enough to do your job, you know enough to do that repair. You're lying, Ryan.
And how do you think you can prove that?
Die Flugblätter, oder? Nee, das waren... Der von Ryan gewartet wurde. Was nehmen wir denn da? Bin mir tatsächlich noch gar nicht mal so sicher. Hier. Ja, irgendwie, ich weiß nicht, dieser Fall liegt mir gerade nicht, merke ich. Oder liegt mir halt irgendwie so gar nicht. Ich glaube, die Flugblätter dürften es aber sein, wenn mich nicht alles täuscht.
You think you can sweat me like this? Keep dreaming, copper. Looks like you're the one who needs advice on how to do his job.
Scheinbar nicht.
What can you tell me about the Suburban Redevelopment Fund?
Nothing.
Ich glaube, das können wir aber auch mal anzweifeln.
I think Suburban is a front for your anarchist buddies. They're arranging for people to be out of town while you burn their houses down.
Suburban? What's that got to do with me? That's Farley's bilk. He's the one with the cozy agreement with those fascists.
Okay.
So you want to change the world, Ryan?
Yes, I do. So does every reasonable person.
And you're doing your part?
Yes, I am.
Does that include sabotaging water heaters to destroy a company?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Das war das mit den Flugblättern.
Sabotage, Ryan. It's all part of your campaign.
You're delusional, detective. What campaign?
Das war's ja.
Your locker is full of pamphlets. Clemens told us how you were always foisting them on people.
Sure. I spread the pamphlets. A guy has to do something. Insta-heat heaters break down every day. They're still peddling the same lousy design that they lifted from Hephaestus.
Insta-heat bought out Hephaestus?
Them, Vulcan, Pyro, and a bunch of other companies.
And you still work for them?
A guy has to work.
And the directors of the company. How do you feel about them these days?
You work it out.
Mhm.
You have a history of violence.
I have no such thing.
Naja, eigentlich ja schon.
You're lying, Ryan.
And how exactly are you gonna prove that?
So, die Polizeiakte nämlich.
You were charged with attempted murder, Ryan.
It was a court case. No criminal liability was the verdict. They said that they couldn't have known that the faulty heater installation would cause a fire. All I know is I lost my whole family. And the company that was responsible got away with it. What would you do?
Which company?
Hephaestus Water Heater Company.
Na gut, dann...
That's it for the moment, Ryan.
So I can go?
Sure. As soon as your red friends storm the building and carry you out, you'll keep your seat until we decide how long to lock you up for, knucklehead.
Are we going to the Mocambo this time?
Jo, dann werden wir in der nächsten Folge mal mit dem zweiten sprechen. Mal gucken, was der zu sagen hat.
But procedure says we eliminate all of the suspects. Let's speak to Varley.
Genau. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Macht's gut und ciao, ciao.